Welcome to the Youth Success Movement's Family Home Life Survey. This is the first step to develop a family plan to build the skills that empower your children's success. In a previous video, you were introduced to the importance of home life in your children's academic success. You understand how stress, sleep, and the habits you build every day shape your child's brain. Now it is time to take a look at where your family is today and identify challenges that may be impacting your family and your children. I am going to ask you to fill out a survey. It is called the Family Home Life Survey, and it is the most important thing you will do in the early part of this journey. Not because the survey itself fixes anything, but because you cannot build a plan without a map. And right now, this survey is your map. The Family Home Life Survey covers 9 areas of your home life that research has consistently connected to how well children learn. It looks at things like the stability of your household, the stress level in your home, how your child is sleeping, what they are eating, how much screen time they have, and what kinds of learning activities happen in your home every day. It also asks you to observe your child, to look for behavioral signals that suggest they may be carrying stress they have not been able to put into words. And it asks one gentle question about whether your family has been through significant hardship or change in recent years. You do not have to share details. A simple yes or no is enough for now. The whole survey takes most families between 10 and 15 minutes to complete. You can fill it out digitally or print it, whichever works for you. Before you pick up a pen, I want to say something important. This survey is not a test. There is no passing or failing. There is no score that makes you a good parent or a bad one. What we are doing here is taking an honest snapshot of your family's current reality. Every family has strengths. Every family has areas where things could be better. That is true of every single family I have ever worked with, including my own. The families who get the most out of this process are the ones who are honest, not the ones with the best scores. If something in your home is hard right now, financially, emotionally, in your relationships, this is the place to say so. The more clearly you can see your situation, the more clearly you can begin to change it. Let me walk you through what you will find in the survey so nothing comes as a surprise. Section 1 covers household stability, housing, food, finances, and transportation. These are the foundational needs. If any of them are in crisis right now, addressing that has to come first. A child whose family is in survival mode cannot be expected to focus on learning until some stability is restored. Section 2 covers relationships and stress in the home. This includes the emotional climate your child lives in every day, the level of conflict or tension they are exposed to, and how supported they feel by the adults around them. Section 3 covers health, both your child's physical and mental health, and your own. Yes, your own. Because a parent who is exhausted, overwhelmed, or struggling cannot show up fully for their child. Your well-being is part of this equation. Section 4 is dedicated to sleep and nutrition. These two factors have a direct, measurable effect on how well a child's brain functions in the classroom. We go into detail here because they matter that much. Section 5 looks at screen time. Not to judge you, but because screen habits, especially in the hours before bed, affect sleep, attention, and the quality of language your child is absorbing every day. Section 6 is about learning activities at home. Reading aloud, conversation, memory games, homework support. These are the daily habits that build the brain's learning circuitry. This section helps us understand what is already happening and what could be added. Section 7 looks at play, movement, and outdoor activity. Children's brains are not designed to sit still all day. Physical activity, unstructured play, and time outdoors are all connected to attention, memory, and emotional regulation. Section 8 asks you to observe your child, not to diagnose them, just to notice. Are they sleeping well? Are they anxious? Have you heard them say things that suggest they do not believe in themselves? These observations matter. And Section 9 asks the gentle question about significant stress or change. One yes or no. That is all we need for now. When you complete the survey, here is what happens. First, and most importantly, you will know more than you did before. That is not a small thing. Most parents have never sat down and looked this honestly at their home environment in relation to their child's learning. The survey itself is an act of insight. Your answers also create a baseline, a starting point you can return to as you move through this journey. Over time, as you make changes, you will be able to look back and see how far you have come. The reflection question at the end, where you identify the one area that would make the biggest difference, that becomes your first action step. Not 10 things. One thing. The most important one in your own words. If any area of your survey suggests a crisis, housing, food safety, or mental health, please do not wait. Call 211 from any phone. It is free, confidential, and available around the clock. It connects you to local resources for housing, food, and emergency support. Make that call. Your child needs you stable before anything else can move forward. We are a growing movement. We are building the infrastructure to offer more personalized support over time, trained family ambassadors in local communities, and an AI village guide that will walk with you through every step of this process. That support is being built carefully and honestly. We would rather grow it right than promise something we cannot yet deliver. What we can promise you today is this. Every resource in this movement is designed to be something you can act on yourself, at no cost, starting now. You do not need to wait for anyone to make your first move. Your survey is confidential. Your answers are used only to support your family, and are not shared outside of the youth success movement without your permission. As the movement grows and family ambassadors are trained in your community, they will be able to sit with you and review this survey together, as a conversation, not an evaluation. That is the vision we are working toward. For now, your answers are yours, a private record of where you are starting. Guard them, reflect on them, and bring them back to this journey as you move forward. The survey link is in the description. The link is also available on the website and in the course system. Once Maya is available, you can ask her more about it. Fill it in digitally or print it, whichever works for you. Find a quiet 15 minutes, a cup of coffee if that helps, and just be honest. When you are done, your next step in the journey will be waiting, and it will be shaped by what you discovered in that survey. This is where the plan begins. Not in a classroom, not in a program. Right here, in an honest look at your family's life today. Let's work together to help your family improve well-being and empower your children for success.